Typically when we plan a vacation, it takes me a little while to nail down all the details. But this time, we got a call that we were going to be on the Huckabee Show with just 5 days. So before I knew it, we were packing our bags and headed to New York City.
It is very important to me that my children experience the world, that they don't just focus on their small part of it, but that they know that the world is a bigger place. They also got to experience what it was like to be in a city. And for my farm kids, that was kind of a little bit surprising for them. And not that I ever expect them to live in the city, but I want them to know that it's great to visit a city because there's so many opportunities there that you don't necessarily get when you're here on the farm. So it was just really a big part of the culture and the experience that I want them to know a small part of.
We were all very much on vacation together and at the same time all there for the same purpose of filming the show. So it was unlike other vacations where I've had to do a lot of planning and have things arranged ahead of time. This one had to be put together so quickly there wasn't time for that, and so we really were just all along the ride together.
Oh, I don't know what my favorite part about New York City was. There was so much amazingness in that one trip. It was probably the best trip we've ever taken. We went to all these restaurants that were really cool. We went to a Turkish restaurant, an Irish pub, an Italian place. We had bagels for breakfast almost every morning. My favorite part about New York was the bagels, actually. I remember a couple years ago when some friends of ours came over from New Jersey and they brought bagels. And I went there expecting to have bagels, and we had bagels almost every breakfast.
Probably the 3 Broadway shows. We saw The Lion King, The Phantom of the Opera, and Jonases.
My favorite part of going to New York was when we saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. I really like The Lion King on Broadway.
We were right next to the aisleway, and they would have the animals come down the aisleway.
Being able to sit there and watch the play was one thing, but to keep looking, over my shoulder at the kids' reactions, and half of them were sitting there with their mouth open like this, just totally engrossed, and some were singing along, and it was just great to watch them enjoying something that's very meaningful to me.
My favorite of the 3 was Lion King, probably because just how they made the people actually look like the animals. That was really cool.
I had never seen the Phantom of the Opera before, and it was awesome to be able to see it the first time on Broadway.
I really liked being in Manhattan. It's a really cool place to visit. We got to go see the Statue of Liberty, the 9/11 Memorial, and Times Square, and we were right off Times Square. We got to see a few Broadway plays, and it was just a really great place to be.
In the 3 days that we had before the filming, just packed so much of the city in, and we were able to do so much because my kids were on fire. We hiked from Battery Park to Times Square, which is about 4.5 miles of city blocks, and we did it taking in the sights along the way, and it was incredible. Even the little ones were jumping and skipping at 10 o'clock at night through New York City. It was fantastic.
Work hard.
Get dirty.
Use good soap.
Goat milk stuff. Don't forget, subscribe today.